Hey, welcome to this episode of the Seven Freedoms Frequency podcast with me. I'm Iona Meade. I'm your host at the Soul Legacy TV, Spiritual Business Success with Iona. So it is Environmental Freedom Thursdays on this episode, on this podcast. And so I am a little bit later today, and I will confess that I'm a little bit later today. Yesterday, I was streaming online. So the topic and the theme for Thursdays is teaching online and traveling while we teach, right? As a digital nomad, as a spiritual entrepreneur, as a light worker, getting our work out in the world and having the freedom to be able to do that. So welcome to the show if you're watching me live, and if you're watching on replay, do comment, let me know how you find this. If you've been following me, if you're new to my world and you've subscribed to me, thank you. So I am a little bit later than planned, and I'm smiling because as you travel while service-based business owner, you get to dictate your own time. And like literally, I can't even. I'm trying for my cheeks not to burst. And so I am a little bit later today because there's just time just ran away with me. You know, when you're engrossed in whatever it is that you're doing. I was watching my interviews from yesterday from my guests that were sharing their spiritual awakening story on the podcast. So if you haven't had a chance to watch any of those, they were absolutely epic. So we had the summit all day, 9 a.m., 3 p.m. and 9 p.m. UK time. And so I didn't actually, the last one was a little bit later. So I didn't go to sleep till like way after 12 o'clock or something. So I was up later doing the thing, chatting to my soul guided soul guided instructor this morning, just engaged in conversation, just really loving it. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm supposed to be on my podcast. Like, it's live, like, let's go. And I decided to get some breakfast, do all the things, you know, like go with ease, grace and flow. That's what I talk about. And my friend who I'm staying with before I go off and travel, and just, you know, helping her out as she's been feeling a little bit under the weather. She said, and we've been friends for years, and she said to me, what are you doing? Are you not going? Like, she's getting used to my working time and my working pattern. And she said, what are you doing? Like, because we're soul sisters, we kind of just call each other out. And she's like, so obviously she wouldn't let me be off the hook and not do a podcast. That wasn't where I was at. But she's like, what are you doing? And I was like, what? She said, you're not going, like, what are you going to do? You're going to do another live? Like, oh, yeah. And I go, she goes, well, what time? And I go, well, it's supposed to be 11:11. And she goes, well, what time is it now? And I'm like, it's 11:30. And she's like, so you're late. I said, like, before you even go there, this is content. This is the thing that I'm going to share. And she's like, you're late. You're like, I'm an entrepreneur, but you're late. She's like, I'm a retired entrepreneur. She's laughing with me. And I said, I'm the boss. I get to choose my own time, right? Because you work for yourself, you choose your own time. When you schedule, you've got a short shrimp. But you're supposed to be a role model. That's not a good role model. That's like, I go, why are you on me about my own working hours? Like, listen, you're not my boss. We were laughing our heads off. And I was like, you know, this is content. This is how I'm going to open the show. And so the point being is not that I got told off my friend. She goes, you can tell them I told you off. I said, I am. Point being, you want to choose your own hours and you want to choose your own time and you want to be in ease, grace and flow. And so doing the daily podcast is holding me accountable, as you can see. And I hadn't committed to a time before, and I'm like, yeah, 11:11 is beautiful. It's like amazing. I want to spread that. Tune in to have your vibrational frequency raised with Iona Meade on the Seven Freedoms Frequency podcast, right? And I'm like, but also my frequency has to be aligned. So it wasn't, I just lost track of time, which is just beautiful to be able to have the freedom to be able to do my marketing, have my message out here. I said, I'd paused my business, I'd paused teaching online. And she said, and I said, you know, I don't have the following that I had before. I'm just getting going. It's episode 4. And she goes, yeah, but what if people are sitting there watching and waiting for you? She said, I just laughed. I said, when people are sitting there waiting, I will be there. And then I was like, No, we have to be sitting and doing it regardless of whether anyone's showing up. Hey, love. Oh, awesome. So, Jude, just, I don't know how, I was like rambling, and I can see people just drop in and out as I do my lives, but Jude is on. So, Jude Hill, thank you for, so were you expecting me at 11:11, Jude? Because if you were, my friend is gone and wet herself laughing. I say I'm going live. So Jude, say I'm here today. Need to catch up. Awesome. So Jude is one of our co-authors for the Soul Legacy Journal, Spiritual Awakening Stories of 365. And what Jude does is her work in the world is, as a bereaved parent, as a fellow bereaved mother, Jude helps and support bereaved mothers, bereaved families to face life again, I would say. And so I really resonate with all that Jude's doing. So thank you, Jude, for hopping on. So Jude's in the mastermind as well. And so we have mastermind office hours, and we have all those things. And I didn't know you were off today. So yeah, I had a lie-in this morning after doing the summit, and I got told off by my friend. So now that you're on, she'll be like, see? So thank you. So it is Environmental Freedom Thursday. So I will jump into the episode. So this is how we work, right? And this is how the episode is broken down. So traveling while you're teaching online. So do you want to teach online? Are you already teaching online? Do you want to travel the world and see different places? Do you want to travel permanently? Do you want to just travel sometimes? And I wanted to bring that in as part of the Environmental Freedom Thursday. So we are organizing ourselves first, as we are the environment, right? And then we're organizing our immediate environment to be equipped to teach online. And so for me, moving and giving up my home and coming and staying with my friend before I go off traveling has been like a big transition, but I knew that's what I wanted to do. So my setup is different. I don't have my office. So I want to share the journey to teaching online. And when you teach online, you hear people say, you know, you can teach anywhere you want to with an internet connection. And because my internet connection has been like off and wonky of late, and hopefully it's good today, it was really bad yesterday, then I can then share some of those things and the freedom of teaching online. And so I'm going to jump into the episode. And what I will say is, being able to teach online and traveling while you teach, regardless of whether you're traveling full-time, traveling sometimes, having the freedom to pick up your business and go wherever you go. So I was able to pick up my business and bring it to London and not miss a beat, you know? And so when I was interviewing yesterday, I was looking this morning at, you know, my guests, where they were. So Ramona Miles is in Egypt, and Brenda is in the Netherlands, and Barbara was in the Netherlands, and Brenda's in Los Angeles. And I was like, wow, that's amazing. And I got a phone call from my niece today who's in Turkey, and I literally on this, I won't knock it, on this world map, I want to travel. And I'm like, these are the places, putting the pins in the map for me in London, reaching and speaking to people all over the world. I had that on my vision board. That was one of my dreams. And I was like, wow, you know, when you stop and you just like, oh gosh. And then the other thing that my friend said is, and the beauty of teaching online, she's like, I'm going to tell them that you're in your jammies. I literally have got my silk pajamas on that my dog bought me, in my jammies, put my t-shirt on, and I'm ready to go. It's just such a beautiful, beautiful way, she said. So she was laughing. I said, I always call myself out anyway. So in today's episode, I want to talk about teaching online, traveling while you teach. And in each of the episodes for the Seven Freedoms Frequency podcast, but to support you with your spiritual business success, I want to support you with life work balance for spiritual entrepreneurs. And so we're going to rate our vibrational frequency today. And then we are going to talk about our vision boards. And Jude, you might know all about that, and hopefully you've done yours. And we're going to express gratitude, the past, the present, and the predicted future. We're going to raise our vibrational frequency together. We're going to talk about launching our day, leading our day, and leaving our day. And I just kind of did that for myself. Talk about your next steps, what it is that you want to be doing over this next week in terms of your environment. 3 things you commit to. We're going to play the soul income game, banking 50K in 50 days. Then I'm going to talk about the book that I listened to today. And then I'm going to give you a card. And then I'm going to invite you into the Spiritual Biz YouTubers Network, the monthly call to continue on this conversation. So, rating our vibrational frequency, Juju might know you. Well, you should know this, but just to give you a reminder, and just to like frame this podcast, it is for me first, right? For me to do raise my own vibration and notice how I am vibrating, like in terms of every single area of my life. And then it's for my students, and then it's for marketing. So I bring the education, marketing, and relationship building off the Soul Legacy TV into the soullegacyacademy.com. And I stand for launching, leading, and leaving my legacy. So when you're watching me do this, I'm talking to a student and a soul sister, because I want to be here. You know, when we build our business and we're teaching and we're doing all the things online, it's like, oh, well, you go over there, I've automated my business, and then I don't need to speak to you ever again. And I don't want to do that. So when I rate my vibrational frequency in terms of my environmental freedom, what I want to do is rate it from a 1 to an 11. And so you might might have heard of the Wheel of Life that says rate your life between a 1 and a 10. And I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to look at my life and then rate it and see how fulfilled I was. I wanted to raise my own vibration and rate between a 1 and an 11. And a 1 is how you're feeling today, how you feel if you're in soul funk. And an 11 is being in soul flow, being aligned with your values, your higher self, being guided. And so I'm guided every single day. And so my vibrational rating, so you can write that down in the comments, write down in your journal, and write EFT, Emotional Freedom Thursday equals, and then when we've done all of the ratings for each and every single day, at the end of the week, on Sunday, you'll see whether where you're vibrating lower at and what it is that you need to work on more and focus and raise your vibration in that. And so as I rate my vibrational frequency for Thursday, I say a 10. And I almost said an 11, but the internet stuff and the kind of some kind of not real big glitches, but like next week I've got work to do to make things smoother, to make things better. This week is just like getting back into the flow. And so not everything is running as smooth as I'd like it. So how I feel about it is like, okay, well, it doesn't need to change for me to raise my vibration, but setting my energy forth and being happy with what has gone on and how it's progressing. It's like, okay, making peace with where it is, but also what can I do to make things feel more intentional. And I'll talk about launching my day, leading my day as well. So what's your vibrational frequency for today? We know that, you know, the law of attraction starts with us. It's not about like attracting things to me. It's emitting the vibration. So as I'm emitting, what I want to do is emit the vibration and the frequency of an 11, what an 11 feels like to me in soul flow. And that's how the things then come flowing into my world. And it took a while for me to be in alignment again with my environment. And so hopefully the internet's all sorted, and I'm kind of taking steps and got an extender, and my friend's been helping me out, etc. And just adjusting to that environment. So what is your frequency? Mine is a 10. So vision boards, we want to talk about vision boards. So if you have no clue about vision boarding, or you have, you love visioning, great. So as a low vibration teacher, what I teach is to get in alignment with your vision. So I teach spiritual entrepreneurs with a movement to align their movement, the message, and the money. But we've got to know what that movement is, and we've got to know what that message is, and we want to know what you're going to give in exchange for that money. So you're teaching online and you want to travel, you want to do all those things, but what have you got on your vision board? Now, for the 7 Freedoms Frequency podcast and this spiritual business success, for me, success sales, thank you for the like, success feels like being in balance and being in harmony. So yes, it's Environmental Freedom Thursday today, but the 7 freedoms is for living an intentional life altogether. And so I use an acronym so we remember, like, okay, let's have a cheers to life. So the cheers to financial freedom frequency, the acronym stands for the C for Contribution Freedom Mondays, and you'll hear me talking about leading a life purpose led driven business. And on Tuesday we talk about your health, like balancing that health and that wealth. And then on Wednesdays, I talk about the emotional scale, like where you're vibing at, right? On raising our vibe. And it doesn't matter where you're vibrating at, it's okay. And when we go through spiritual awakenings and shifting our consciousness, our vibration does dip, and that's okay. But it's like, what are we going to do to raise our vibration? Today's Thursday for the 7 Freedoms Frequency podcast, traveling, teaching online. Fridays is soul family relationships and soul tribe impact. It's Relationship Freedom Friday. Then we have Spiritual Freedom Saturday, where I talk about guidance and that ease, grace and flow. And then Sundays is Financial Freedom Sunday, and I talk about your soul clients and your financial freedom goals. So when I think of environment and I put my environmental freedom on my vision board, I want to include how I want to contribute on my vision board, like teaching online. I want to include my YouTube channel. I want to include my online courses. I want to include the places that I want to be in the world, and however long I want to be in the world. Do you know what I mean? I've got Airbnbs, and when I did my vision board, instantly an Airbnb manifested, and a trip manifested, and other things are manifesting. And I'm like, oh, just really expressing that gratitude for all the things that are already manifested and on the way to me. So what is on your vision board? And again, if you haven't done my vision board, my 7-day spiritual business vision board challenge for more life work balance for spiritual entrepreneurs who have a movement, then in the cards, I will put them in the cards and in the description and in the pinned comments for you to do that. It's a free vision board challenge. It's 7 days. It is a challenge to do it. And you can give yourself 7 days or longer, because when you have, so again, for me, spiritual business is about, and that success is about being balanced. It's not about, well, I'm just going to be in service in the world, I'm going to contribute and not receiving the money. But also when we think of contributing in the world and contributing online, being an author, being a speaker, being a coach, being a trainer, being a retreat leader, being all these things, when we are not in alignment with receiving the financial freedom, usually it's because we've not grown to the level that our income, that we want to experience that level of income. So each area really matters as you're visualizing and you putting those things on your vision board. So it's a completely free challenge. I do have a 2-hour monthly call called the 7 Freedoms Frequency call-in gym. And so my students get that call-in gym. And so Jude, if you're still on here or if you watch on the replay, make sure you're scheduled into that so you can get that. So I gift that to my boot campers and I gift it to my masterminders, because, and then I'm here every day sharing what my journey is, and you have the opportunity to share what your journey is. And so the business model that I've built in that environment for me to be able to say, hey, you know, I'm going to show up every day for myself in my own journaling, right? Because we do our journaling anyway, and we do our visualization anyway. I've just made it my content, right? And whatever happens in my life, you'll get to hear about it, like most things. But I also want to support my students. And so the environment for the soullegacyacademy.com is an environment of implementation. It's an environment of learning. It's an environment where my YouTube channel is the extension of, it's an extended classroom, right? And vice versa. So this is embedded into my classroom. So that's the environment, and that's the feeling that I want to create. I don't want to be out here just marketing. I want to take care of myself. I want to take care of my students, and I want to grow my audience with video. So that's what's on my vision board. So what is on your vision board for your alignment? Teaching, traveling, And is your environment supporting you? So the next thing I want to talk about for the Seven Freedom Frequency podcast, and again, this spiritual business success, is gratitude. And I do this every single day, right? Consistency. I want to be consistent. For me, success looks like consistency. And we know that we drop off, and we know that we start strong and then we drop off, right? And so I wanted to be that person, whether you pay me or not, to be here for you consistently. So this is what I say every single day. It's a love heart stone. It's an actual stone that my daughter gave me, right? When she was little. And we'd done gratitude for years. I'd done gratitude with both of my children. And if you've watched Secret Movie, you've heard about gratitude and the gratitude rock, you know? When you hear about these things and you're like, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. That works for them, but it probably won't work for me. Not being consistent. We've done it for years and years and years and years and years. So I like to say, this is the way that I say my gratitude. And let me know if you say gratitude, if you've dropped off from saying gratitude. Hopefully this will inspire you. Let me know how you say it. There's different ways to approach everything. This is what I do. And to do it more intentionally every single day. And I'm going to do it with you, or you can do it with me, and speak your whatever you're grateful for. So I like to say that I'm happy and I'm grateful and I appreciate. I want it all. Like, because the goal is to be really happy with where we are, even before it manifests. In order for it to manifest, before it manifests. And this is the thing that, you know, trips a lot of us up in the spiritual community, is that, like, no, I want it, I don't have it. And we're vibrating at that frequency of, I don't have that thing on my vision board. I don't have that life. I don't, do you know what I mean? But the universe is listening to us. We're giving orders to the universe, like, bring me this thing. But we bring it in the present. We don't talk about it as though it's in the future, or well, tomorrow or one day I'll, no, now. And it's an uncomfortable thing at first if you're not used to it, but by expressing gratitude, and we know that gratitude works. This is not me that's made up gratitude, but I've been consistent in it. And so I say I'm happy and I'm grateful and I appreciate. So we want to raise our vibrational frequency every single day with the Seven Freedoms Frequency podcast. And so we know that the highest vibrations are love and freedom and joy and empowerment and appreciation, right? And knowledge. And so when we say appreciation, it counteracts anything that's in the gratitude that feels like a lack. Because Abraham Hicks say that when we express gratitude, sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes it's like, I'm grateful I don't have that thing. We're still vibrating underneath that. Like, well, I don't, like if I'd said, oh, I'm happy and grateful that I've got 1 million subscribers on the YouTube channel. Well, I know I haven't. So it's like, oh, you know, well, I haven't got that. Do you know what I mean? So we want to say, I'm happy and I'm grateful and I appreciate. And I usually say something in the past that comes to mind, something in the present, or something in the predicted future. Because for those of you who say, I don't have that much to be grateful for, like, no, like, I haven't got what I want. I'm asking the universe and it's not delivering. So you will have had something, you need to vibrate at the frequency and the feeling of what it is that you want to manifest on your vision board. And that's why I'm here, to share with you my manifestations, to hear about your manifestations. So let's go with I'm happy and I'm grateful and I appreciate. And we're thinking something in the past, something in the present, or something in the predicted future. You go with wherever you're going with it, but do it with me. Journal with me as well. So I want to bring the Seven Freedoms Frequency into our daily gratitude. So the cheers acronym, the C, the H, the E, the R, the S, and the F. So we want to express gratitude with all of the seven freedoms. So I might say, for me, I'm happy and I'm grateful and I appreciate, in terms of contribution, that Jude's on this live here with me today. Jude and I have worked together for a couple of years now, and I'm inspired by Jude's work, and I'm inspired, she inspires me, and I'm happy and I'm grateful and I really appreciate that I'm here and I've been consistent in that. I dropped offline but I still had everybody in mind, so I'm really happy and I'm grateful that you're here with me, so thank you. In terms of health, I'm happy and I'm grateful and I appreciate, just getting the sleep that I got today or last night, and just resting and being in bed and just looking after my health and taking care of myself, because I had a late night and I didn't have to rush and get up in the morning. So just taking care of me and giving me what I need, getting my decaf coffee before I go on live, and just taking care of me in the sense of it's me first, my health. So I'm happy and grateful and appreciate the emotional freedom, just smiling anyway, and just having so much fun with my friend before coming on live. I'm happy and grateful and really appreciate our jokes, because emotionally it just lit me up. It just made me laugh so much. I was like, and then I was able to spread that, and hopefully you did laugh with me. And if you didn't watch the beginning of this, then you'll go back and watch that with me and laugh with my friend, trying to own my time. I'm like, hey, I'm an entrepreneur, I own my time. And then Jude being here anyway. So in terms of my environment, I'm happy and I'm grateful and I appreciate having this space and being online and reaching people all over the world, having guests from Los Angeles and Egypt and the Netherlands, right? And having my niece. So I'll leave that one. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate, in terms of relationships, my niece ringing me, letting me know that she's okay. She landed in Turkey, letting me know that she's okay today, and leaving me voice notes and telling me again. I read her card that she gave me yesterday. It was very emotional. And then today she said the same thing. And I was like, oh, wow. She said, I'm just so proud of you. And she says, you are such a role model to me. She didn't realize that I read what she wrote out a couple of months ago. Before I traveled, I gave her my car and she gave me a card and said, thank you. And she said the exact same thing today, like, you're such a role model for me. And I'm like, wow, that's legacy for me. So who are you being a role model to, right? Soul family influence and soul tribe impact, right? That's what I'm about. So I'm happy and I'm grateful and I appreciate my guidance, my ease, grace and flow for spirituality, the way that, I can just flow in my work where it's not forced. It's just really, I've created a framework and I'm able to just show up in that framework, and I'm really happy and grateful that I've been guided to build that, and I've been guided to have the people in my world to be open enough to say, these are the people that I want to speak to, these are the people that I want to work with, and they're soul sisters and soul brothers. So I'm really happy with that. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate financial freedom, in terms of for the financial freedom, having clients show up and invest in themselves and invest with me. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate that. So hopefully you've enjoyed that. For the 7 Freedoms Frequency podcast, if there's anything that you take away, I'd love for you to take away that vibrational frequency. As spiritual entrepreneurs, as service-based business owners, as light workers, we've got work to do in the world, and it starts here. It starts within, right? We know that. And I just, hopefully that inspires you to take stock of what you're doing and take stock of your vision and really be in tune with that. So we talk about vision, we talk about our values, and then raising our vibrational frequency. That's my job every single day. Like, this is my job. So this is my work. So when I'm showing up, actually, is the sound okay? Jude, I haven't even got oh my gosh. Oh my goodness, I talked for that long. Is my sound okay? Oh wow, I can't even believe I've been going for half an hour. Is my sound good? I've seen people pop in and pop out. Oh, Jude, are you there? I know a couple of people are there. How is my sound? No, I'm probably too loud. Oh my goodness. I got a like as well. Oh wow, that is crazy. All right, I'll keep going. I'll probably, it sound was okay, but no, it's that is crazy. Thank you so much. So I was talking in my headphones and I was thinking, remember to put those headphones in, Iona. Remember to put those headphones in. Oh, that was bad. Okay, thank you. Yay. All right. So the 5th step is your next steps. So what are your next steps? in terms of your environmental freedom. So on Monday, I talked about your contribution. Where do you want to see in the world? We want to launch our day, lead our day, and leave our day, right? In terms of our contribution, we dot that into our life intentionally. Like, where in the hours of the day, the 24 hours, do you plan to contribute? Now, where in the 24 hours do you plan to take care of your health? Where in the 24 hours do you plan to lift your spirits with and make things more fun, or whatever feels good to you? Where in the 24 hours of your day do you plan to clean up your environment? Do you plan to travel? Do you plan to go out for a walk? Do you plan to incorporating the different things? So for me, for health, I'll go on a walk. So I'm changing up my environment. So how you can combine those things. What do you need to put into your week, your day, your week, your month, and your year, starting with the end in mind from your vision board? So I know that I want to travel. So I know that traveling while I teach and teaching online, I want to be showing up on this daily life so I can do it all around the world. Right. And so I want to start that now. So I'm in momentum and I've got the systems and I've got those strategies in place. Doing the summit, being able to bring different people in. So if you don't know, I have the Movement Marketing Media Kit Challenge on the Soul Legacy TV. Again, it's a free YouTube challenge. And so I want to show up and I want to collaborate in joint vision partnerships. Hey, love, how are you doing? Did you hear? Like, I forgot to put my headphones in. Oh, bad. That is bad. And I don't know how long you've been here, Robin. So thank you. Robin says hi to Jude. I don't know how long you've been here, but I was like talking, yeah. And Kerry's trying to own my time. I was like, I can show up at 11:11, or I can show up like at 11:45. Like, I own my time. And then Jude was on, and then you've come on. They're like, yeah, I'm going to be here at 11:11. I had a late night last night. So what are you going to put in your day in terms of your environment? I saw your video, Robin, with your grandbabies out in nature, right? And then reading books in nature. So that relationship and the environment and the emotional, all the love, all of that, and the health, like breathing in that, there's so many ways that we can live intentionally that I want to support you. You didn't hear that. I just did half an hour with my headphones out talking into, yeah, let's not talk about it. We're all good. All right. So Jude is in the UK, you're in Ohio, and it's that environment. So today's topic, Robin, is about that teaching online and traveling while we teach, which I know that you've got the vision to do that RV life, right? Even if it's part-time RV life, it's just being able to have those systems in place where we can work online and we can build those relationships. In terms of launching your day, leading your day, what are the things that you need to put into your schedule? You're laughing at me. That you need to put into your schedule that will support you in the environment. So for me, how I launch my day, it's not actually specifically on my calendar, but it is, if that makes sense. So I've got this at 11:11. And I know I want to be contributing, but I know that I want to do my daily routine. I want to do my health. I want to do my exercise. I want to do my workout. I want to do all those things before I do that. And so I do say, I will call myself out, like, if I don't do those things. And again, I'm in the PJs, right? And my friend says, I'm a tell them that you're in your PJs. I'm like, I don't care. Like, I'll call myself out. So my morning routine, did I do it all today? No. But am I talking about it? Do I do my gratitude at the minimum? Yes. Will I continue on? Yes. Right. I've done some. I haven't done everything perfectly. I had a late night yesterday, but how I launched my day was still basking. I was watching my interviews from yesterday, loving them. And thank you, Robin, for commenting on the videos. I was watching them, and then I did a video about me doing the summit, and I've done my stuff. I did it slower today, and that's me launching my day, but I'm still leaving my legacy. I've still got those things in place. So it's not rigid. I'm not a rigid person. Like,
well, that's the schedule. So we know how we are as light workers, and we know that we want to own our time. We're like, don't tell me what to do. We don't even want ourselves to tell us what to do. So we don't want our schedule just to be so rigid. And Barbara talked about this yesterday, that she's not a morning person at all. And so she's like, these people say, she said, I'm not a member of the 5 a.m. club at all. And she's like, she goes out, she doesn't schedule any calls till the afternoon. She goes out in nature, she goes out in the woods, she does her thing. And I love that we can actually own our time. When we make the leap into doing our light work and working online, then we can. And, if we've got the vision for that, amazing. But, and if you're not doing that all yet, then that's okay as well. Robin says exactly, yes, part-time, but not only 1 week out of the year when another company says, I can take a vacation time. I can hear snarky. So that's Robin's. And I know you'll be laughing at that. Exactly. So, when people say you're working for someone else, and you might think, well, I can't travel all year. Well, if you're working for somebody else and you're not doing your light work in the world, and you're not building your business, and you're not teaching online, then yeah, we're dictated to by others that say you can have 4 weeks out of the year, and then you've got to plan family events, and you've got to take it here and you've got to take it there. And I wanted more than that for me, and there's more than that for me on my vision board. Robin says the interviews are amazing. I need to finish watching the third. It got late. Yeah, with Brenda tuning in for Los Angeles. I enjoyed all of them, but Brenda's was later on as well. It was recorded later on, because she couldn't make it early. She was talking about taking the stage, and I'm learning from every single speaker. I'm learning from each of my guests, and that's me. If you've ever watched an interview series, I love. At the minute, I've been watching The Diary of a CEO more so. But Lewis Howes and Tom Bilyeu and Mel Robbins and all those people, we sit in that seat and we learn from. I wanted to take note. I've gone back and watched watched the replays. I'm like, oh wow, and I really enjoyed creating them. And I thought I should be nervous. I should be. And I did the outline just a little bit before, and I was like, what experience I want people to have. And as I do it more, then I'll get even better. And thank you, Robin, for that, because as I teach you guys, again, Robin was a soul guided instructor for the spiritual business YouTube and network and the Soul Legacy Academy. I don't think I can really kind of get over saying that. I called Ramona you yesterday. That was funny, almost. But yeah, so as I teach you guys, we'll go out and do an interview or go out and be featured as part of the Movement Marketing Media Kit Challenge. You can see that we can do it in a way that is in integrity, and is in a way that we can grow our YouTube channel, and that we can travel while we teach, because we're doing these collaborations in the Spiritual Biz YouTubers Network and reaching each other's audiences and collaborating. And so the video that I did today was on how then what I teach you in the 5-day challenge, which is at the base and core of my book, the key search terms, the videos that people use now, then all of the people that are searching spiritual awakening and the key search terms and the videos, then I can put my interviews in front of those people that are actually searching for spiritual awakening. That's the beauty of it. So if you don't know, I have a 1-page plan, and this 1-page plan is going to come alive more when you guys see me doing it. It's like, oh, that's what she means. This is stage 2 of the 1-page plan. And what you'll notice is that the people that are featuring then have a way for my audience, our tribe, to move forward with them, with their free gift that they're giving to the Spiritual Alchemy giveaway, and then a way to then work with them further because they want to get their light work out in the world. Robin says snarky. Yeah, that's the word that you use. I think we have a similar, I think we might say snarky over here, but I love that. Robin says, I heard that you've called me Ramona before. Have I? Sorry. So I don't mind. She's amazing. Have I called you Ramona? Oh, I'm sorry. Well, it's the Ruz. Ramona and Robin. You two being in my world, like Ramona. My mum used to do that. She probably still does. Calls like each child different names. My mum had 7 children, so she'd call like 5 names before she called mine. And my friend calls the cat like me, or me just like, my sister does that as well. My sister calls my niece my name, and my friends calls my goddaughter. Her daughter is my goddaughter. She'll call her Iona and vice versa. So it's lovely. All right, so let's do the next step. We've done rating our vibrational frequency. Robin, what is your vibrational frequency today in terms of your environmental freedom, teaching online and traveling while you teach? That'll be amazing. So you can do the abbreviation for us. What else? Next steps. We've done our next steps. So hopefully you've got 3 things that you're going to do this week to improve your environment, to make it more streamlined, automated, systematized, all the things. So you visualize it ahead of time, send that energy. The 6th thing that I want to do is play the soul income game. Whoop, whoop. It's that time to play the income game. And Robin says mum does too. Your mum does that too. Mixes the names up with my sons, my brothers, and my nephew. I know, and it's with boys, and I'm like, hello, because I've got 5 brothers. One of my brothers passed, but yeah, 5 brothers and 1 sister who's like 7 years older than me. I'm like, there's no comparison. So Robin says that emotional freedom, Thursday, the frequency is a 9. And so we'll rate it again at the end. And when you rate your vibrational frequency, it just is. And so when you notice between the 1 and 11 is where we're going for, the 11 being in soul flow and 1 being in soul funk, for the next week, whatever action steps or soul guided action steps that you get to take, whatever's been triggering you, whatever's been making you drop off, whatever's been making you feel at a lower vibration slightly or a lot, then we take soul guided action on that, because there's some adjustments needed to be made internally and externally. So it's not just about, well, I'm just gonna write the things that I'm doing and I'm just gonna go at it and force things. We're expressing gratitude for what we already have and where we already are, and then we take that soul guided action. So yeah, write down those 3 things, and thank you, Robin, for sharing that with us. And then next week we'll see, between last Thursday and this Thursday and environmental freedom, how do I feel now? Like what has happened, or what have I done to move the needle forward and to raise my own vibrational frequency? So the soul income game, so let me just, Robin says it did with the external cleaning out the room I stay in to help clear some energy. Thank you. So, when you may think that, oh, well, in order for that environment to change, like, I want to travel, I want to do all those things, and you're not able to travel right now in this moment or tomorrow, but it's okay. But you can feel good with where you are, because when we go to the next place and we're escaping something, or we feel bad about, we bring ourselves and that energy with us wherever we go. So clearing in the now and feeling good, I love that. And I know that you'd posted on your socials about clearing other environments like the loft space and different things. So it's really nice that you're able to do that. And I've been doing that, and every Thursday, today is the day where I do my environment. I try and keep it, it's a small confined space, but I try and keep up to it. But Thursdays is the day that I say, okay, well, my environment, I might clean up something online, I might clean up something offline, I might clean, like, whatever it is, right? And I have suitcases and stuff and my clothes in there and all the things. So it's just like really getting in tune with, this is what life is going to be like: bad internet connection and suitcases, it's okay. Robin says, exactly, we bring ourselves with us wherever we go. I know, right? So we might as well raise our vibration now. All right, so it's time for the soul income game, which I love. So what we do for the 7 freedoms frequency is raise our vibration. And we put our vision on our vision board, and we're like, yes, I want to manifest, but we want to be in alignment. And if you check your vision board, there's going to be things on there that are free, that are joyous, that are amazing. And there's also things on your vision board that cost money. And if you don't have anything on your vision board that costs money, like, why not? Like, this is an external world, just that you're here to experience, like a date night, a meal, basic things, as well as, bigger things, whatever you have, like the life that you want to experience. And again, if you want to travel, if you want to teach online, like contributing, things cost, right? So we want to be in alignment with it. So here's where we think about what is on our vision board and we spend our vibrational money on it, right? Because we're sitting there and we don't want to then say that the vision board is so far removed from us. We want to feel what is on our vision board now. and this can be a challenge. Like, what do you mean feel what's on my vision board? It's just on my vision board. It's on my vision board, so it will manifest. And it's that connection between you and the vision in your mind, and the words that you speak, and the words that you think, and the actions that you take, and the vibration, basically your energy, your thoughts, your feelings, how you feel about things. On your vision board. If you've put something on your vision board and you're like, there's no way that would happen for me, then you're not energetically aligned. I don't need to tell you that. It's just a reminder. It's not me that decides to make up the universal laws. It just is. And I know that you believe in the universal laws. And I know that you probably told a bunch of people about how the universal laws work. So here's where we get to implement it ourselves. So the way that the Soul Legacy Journal works, the journaling, is I call it the Soul Legacy Journal. It's a notebook. It's a blank notebook. I call it 365 days of your spiritual awakening, because every day we are shifting in our consciousness, and we want to shift about money too. I say it's a co-created soul path to spiritual alchemy for light workers. And the reason I say that is because it gives you a vibrational money voucher, not real money. Don't ask me for money. Vibrational, use your imagination. Vibrational money voucher. And you write in it what you want to spend your money on. So it gives you £1,000, dollars or euros every single day. So whether you're with me or not, whether you come and journal with me or not, visualize that every single day. You know, when you're like, well, I want to buy this on my vision board, and I don't have the money for that. And then you've locked that down. You've locked that possibility down. You're like shut to the universe. So we're like, no, I'm going to happily go and have a research. I want to do this trip. I want to do this. And this has been manifesting for me. And so the universe will provide. We know this, but we've got to be in alignment. So what will you spend your vibrational money on? There are rules to this game because I made it up. And I was inspired by Jerry and Esther Hicks' task, and it is given the Prosperity Game and Frederick Lerman's Prosperity Consciousness. And so there are rules. So the rule is you don't get to spend it on bills. I'm not giving you this journal is not giving you it to spend your bills. What I want you to do is to be in vibrational harmony with as much as you can, that your bills are taken care of. Bills are done, they're all taken care of. What do I do with the money now? Like I've earned enough in my spiritual business. The bills are taken care of, done. Financial freedom for a year. Like, boom, everything's paid in full, right? That's what I'd visualize. Everything paid in full for that year. Don't have to worry about it. And for life if you want to, but for a year. And so the rule is no paying the bills and no savings. We're not hoarding the money, but you can transfer, like take the money over to the next day if you want to spend it on a bigger purchase, or if you don't feel like you have time today. But we tithe 10%. So every single day we're tithing 10%. Like my worthy cause to a worthy cause is compassionate friends. And so Jude's on here talking about bereaved, you're not actually talking about, but you serve bereaved parents and people that have had multiple losses, which I am one of those people. And so Compassionate Friends is a charity that I volunteer for. I will be volunteering for, setting up a group online and in the UK for bereaved parents. And so I want to tithe to that worthy cause every single day. Much Loved is another one. I've got a page that's dedicated to my son for Cruz bereavement care on the Much Love page. So what is the thing that's close to your heart? I know a lot of people say there's no worthy causes out there, like, you know, people get ripped off, there's no charity. Just tithe it, whatever it is, wherever it is. You can tithe your time as well, but tithing every single day. And then the remaining 900 you spend on your vision board today, or carry it over. And then on Sunday, you've got to spend all the money. And if you don't spend it, you'll lose it. And do you really want to be sending that message to the universe? Like, I lost my money, and I've done it. Robin's done it as well. Robin says, be right back. Okay, love. Okay, love. Thank you. So the soul income game. So spend your money. You can write it down in the comments. You can write down in the community. You come to the Seven Freedoms Frequency. Call in Jim on the first Monday of the month and get some coaching around this, so that you are in vibrational alignment. There's so much that I can teach you in the Soul Legacy Academy, but if you're not in alignment with your vision and your soul why, then you're not going to do those steps every single day. If you don't have a powerful enough why and a movement in, like a fire in your belly, and you get to have something out of it, you're not going to move forward. You're not going to take those steps. So then you come to the SBYN, the Spiritual Biz YouTubers Network, the monthly call for YouTube podcasters partnerships for spiritual entrepreneurs within movement, and we do the Bank 50K in 50 days there. That's what I want to have that call be for my students, for my members of the Spiritual Biz YouTubers Network, to have a conversation, to collaborate, to connect, to continue on this conversation, to co-create and cross-promote, as in I'm doing the summit, and you can see what that cross-promotion looks like. It's just such a beautiful, beautiful process. So the last thing that I want to... Robert has lost my money a few times. I have lost my own money. I am not even going to lie. And I'm like, oh, but we're getting back into it. So tithe today, and on Sunday, I will spend my vibrational money and I will share it with you. I'm just going to look at my notes and then wrap up with the card for today. Hang on. I think I'm good. Oh, so the book for the day was Atomic Habits, and I haven't listened to it all because I haven't done all my morning routine, and it's raining. So I usually listen to my book when I go out on a walk, and my friend's like, are you going to go out on a walk? I'm like, no, it's raining. She's like, so I'm like, no, I will go out on a walk, and I've already made the agreement with myself. It doesn't feel like flow to go walking in the rain. Some people like it. I do not. And so my daily walks happen when it's not raining. When it's raining, and that's not like, oh, being dictated by the weather. It's just, I want to be in an environment that I really enjoy. And that's why I want to travel. So there's more sunshine, because I'm in the UK, in London, and it rains a lot. So there we go. So the the book was Atomic Habits. So building those habits, right? And so in it, he says that the brain looks for those external cues, and it looks for those external cues and takes in those information. And sometimes we don't realize the lessons that I feel like the door is open behind me, and I know it's not. Like, I felt that for a little while. Yeah, we get that. I don't know. I just need to say that. We get the cues from it when we're always learning, and the experiences and the lessons, the brain then locks onto the things that are important, and it then becomes, certain things become a habit, whether you like it or not. Like, they'll become a habit. So good habits and not so great habits. He says good habits and bad habits, and transforming. And so if you've not read or listened to Atomic Habits, it's one of the best all-time best-selling books. It's absolutely amazing. So having the habits, the daily, weekly, monthly habit of living intentionally in alignment with your vision, in alignment with your values, and intentionally raising your vibe, having the habit of raising your own vibrational frequency, how epic and amazing is that? So when you come to the SBYN, the monthly call, we have the Bank 50K in 50 Days Challenge, and I have the Spiritual Biz YouTubers Masterclass, and I will be sharing with you how to speak to, how to serve, and how to sign up your high-paying soul clients online via video. And so part of that is positioning. Part of that is being an author. Part of that is being an authority, and I do walk my talk. Robin says, I don't like being out in the rain either. No, it sucks. So I'm just not going to do it. So you guys are on Facebook. Where are you on Facebook? Where are you on Facebook? See, I'm streaming this everywhere. So yeah, where are you on Facebook? Where are you? Are you in the group? Are you on my profile? Does it just come up in your feed? Let me know. I'd be really interested in my environment where this is streaming out, because I want to stream out everywhere. And if you guys like catch me, give the notification, because it hasn't been giving the notification very much, I think, on my profile. Oh, are you? See, so it's interesting to see where it's coming out, because I'm streaming in every single group that I own. No, I'm not. But do you know what I mean? It's like, where is it? And then just as the audience grows, it's just going to be amazing. So I want to leave you with the card, and I have my chakra crystal. So this card I pulled for us today, this is for you as well, Horace. And I thought of you actually this morning with the eagles, because Robin often sees eagles. Cosmic Gateway. Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. Can I get an amen? Whoop, whoop. How that I love. So that helps me raise my vibration. I see that. That's from Keepers of the Light. It's not even there. Keepers is normally there. Keepers of the Light by Cal Gray. Love that. Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. I'm not being rude, but I think it's about time. That's out of vibrational alignment, is it? I didn't get notified, but I saw you on my feed. Crazy. So you scrolling, and you stop. Thank you. Eagles. Yes. So that is it for the Seven Freedoms Frequency podcast. Thank you so much for making it amazing. I will be back for Relationship Freedom Fridays. I absolutely love Relationship Freedom Fridays. I'm going to be talking about soul family and soul clients and that impact that we have to make in the world. Absolutely. So that is it. I am signing off. Thank you so much for sharing the love. If you're watching this on the YouTube channel, I'm sharing this with you. I'm waving. If you are listening to this on the podcast platform, do follow it, share it out. I'm sure that somebody else will be inspired. If you're watching in the Soul Legacy Academy, let's get to work. Jump on the monthly call. Get that scheduled in for the first Monday of the month, so I can hold you accountable for manifesting your vision, being in alignment with it, so we can hold each other accountable. So big love. I'll speak to you soon. Take care.